Bartholomew, what do you think about this? You think it's showtime? You think we I don't know. Alright, what? Bartholomew. Bartholomew. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Boom. Emily. Bro. Bro, Emily. Peach. Bro, fuck. Damn it. You Oh. Did I fart? Alright, anyways. Hey. And I say, hey, yeah. Ow, my fucking back. Man, I'm too over this shit. That's Bartholomew. This is my son. Everybody be nice to him. I definitely farted. Ignore that. Alright. Hold on. Alright, what am I gonna do? Illustration. I don't actually even know what to draw, man. I don't know what to draw. He's our son, okay? He's our son. Alright, almost. Want some too? I got you, bro. Alright, phone name. Digital paint. Was? I don't know, man. I don't know. Square. Squad. I do kind of need something for personal work. Hold on, watch this. I think I could do something real good. Right? You ready? Yeah, bro, this is so peak, bro. It's like, this is how I got into Sheridan, the most prestigious art school in North America. I draw so good. This is like my big muscles, my six pack. Alright. Oh man, fuck. Fuck. Dude, okay. Alright, Bartholomew, you're gonna have to get down for a moment. Boobies with a bit of nutsack. The best of both worlds, bro. Titties and nutsack, bro. That's peak. What am I saying? Oh, here, let me show you. Let me show you. Typically speaking, I just scooch past the alcohol sitting on my... Hey, you're the gay one, not me. I'm not gay. You are. Engaged couple calling each other gay. That's crazy. Like, okay, like when you have abs, like, it's very hard to kind of draw like a natural shape. Hold on, let me just, like, what am I doing, man? I don't know. Say, like, obviously it's way more detailed than this in reality, but, like, say, like, I don't know, you got something going on there. Them good old nipples. Right? Got that going on. Now, these things are just like, kind of think of ab muscles kind of like chest muscles, but smaller. That's not actually really how they go. Kinda, from what I learned. Naturally, they actually kind of curve up a little bit. I don't know, it depends on genetics. A lot of people have like really curvy ab muscles and whatnot. They can like go kind of in and out. It's very, yeah. I don't think that's actually where the belly button is. It usually falls around kind of lower, but whatever. Say it's just a six pack. I don't know. Like, kind of something like that. This kind of goes around there. It's kind of like where the I don't know where that goes, okay? This goes down into the groin. Usually curves up a little bit. You you get the the point, bro. That doesn't actually do that. Fuck. Like when you when you do that stuff, you kind of just you know, let's just let's just not draw the arms, okay? The arms are just kind of like there. Okay, just pretend they're there, okay? Like a lot of the times, from what I remember from a lot of studies I did, if I can remember correctly, a lot of times the abs don't always like merge exactly with the pectorals, um, the man boobs. A lot of times they'll actually hover a little bit lower. Don't take anything I say as fact. It's been a while since I've actually brushed up my, what's the word, knowledge of that stuff. Like, this is very scuffed. Very scuffed. But, like, I'm just doing the general shapes. Forget the fucking proportions, man. Like, doing something. Like, this is kind of just like the general idea. Usually people add, like, a bit of muscle definition because like muscle fibers and some people actually forget to add them. Like usually if you're doing like muscle definition, muscle like fiber definition on the inside of the pectorals, you also kind of got to do it on the outside because that's what it does. It kind of connects to both sides. I feel like a lot of people kind of neglect that. I've seen it in a lot of yeah, I've seen it in quite a few fucking bodybuilders and all that shit. It kind of like, no, it goes like that. It kind of goes in like that, like the muscles, the shoulder muscles. Okay, kind of go in a little bit. That's like kind of where it merges. I think there's like a collar. No, not a collarbone. Like there's like a bone or something that the muscles connect to around there. I think. I don't know. I can't remember. And that's why there's kind of like a little indent along here. And like you kind of like go a little bit. One thing I always neglected when I was newer to art was the tricep. Tricep. It's very important. If you draw an arm without the tricep, or like if you just do like this, I mean, okay, sometimes this works. Sometimes an arm like that works. But like, typically speaking, especially if the, okay, arm is curved, say like this. Arm is curved, tricep is going to relax and it's going to stretch out. Whereas, if it's like straightforward, what was it? Tricep is going to bulge back. It's gonna kind of like, I don't, my arms, obviously I have too much body fat, so it's hard to tell, but like, I'm actually, yeah, like you can kind of see it with me. Like when I bend my arm like this, it smooths out, but when I stretch my arm like this, straight forward, it bulges up. Like it literally goes up that way. That's the tricep. it's not too. I don't think it's too visible in the camera, but like I can see it from this angle, I guess. I should also kind of, yeah. You get what you see what I mean, right? That's one thing I've learned out of many things I've learned. Hey, Bartholomew. He's up on the desk. Okay. Like, typically, and obviously you want the elbow to line up with the belly button. That's typically rule of thumb. Sometimes it goes a little over, sometimes it might. I don't think. Okay, the elbow at the lowest, you want it to go to the belly button. Like, line up with the belly button. Usually at the highest, maybe around here, depending on. Because people's arm lengths vary. I've seen people in real life with really short arms. I've seen people in real life with very long arms. It can vary. But typically that's the rule of thumb, a little over the belly button to a little pretty much right at the belly button. That's typically where you want it to line up with. And the muscles going around here. From this angle, the elbow wouldn't really be all that visible. So you could just kind of like nub it out a little bit, kind of. And then here, the muscles connecting the bicep and the forearm are going to stretch out this way. I don't know that much about forearm muscle definition. I learned it a while ago and I kind of forgot. See, I never really think of lining up the wrist. That's because with the forearm length proportions, I typically think of the forearm as kind of like the length of the elbow to the around the top of the shoulder, around that. Like if you think about it, when you think about it, when you bend your arm like this, the wrist pretty much lines up with around the top of the shoulder. Around there. Keep that proportion going. Obviously, from here to here is pretty much the same as from. Is that even the camera? I don't know. From here to here is the same as from here to here. About that. But that's the general proportion rule that I go off of, I guess. I don't know. And obviously, because if I have this lined up, like if I have that length right, and then I just make that one kind of the same, then it'll automatically be correct. Don't have to overthink it or whatever. But probably actually bring that out a little bit, because then I can like add some like armpit kind of definition. Obviously this lacks a lot of form. It would realistically be more like 3D and whatnot. This could definitely benefit from a bit more foam, actually. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Like, sometimes I kind of forget the rib cage kind of goes actually. I messed up. Ab muscle. Just gonna draw it really simplistic. Ab muscle, right? Rib cage here, right? Something like that. Rib cage here. Typically, the first set of ab muscles fall upon this area, and that's if I. My honest guess is that is because right around the ribcage area, that's a flexible area where the muscles have to move, and thus there needs to be a crease in there to allow the muscles to move. So like, you're doing crouches, you gotta like bend forward. Like, I don't know. I can't really think of a good way to put it. Nah, it's not really. But like, you gotta bend forward. Your muscles have to like section themselves. If it's just one muscle, it can't bend that well. It would be like pulling forward, and it would like you kind of like cloth. Like, instead of like, okay, this, and then you'd bend forward, and it would have to stretch out like this rather than going inwards. I don't know. It's a really simple way I can put it. So no, that I fucked up. That I messed up. And then from there you go on. Then usually there's like actually no, I don't know. I think the third pack and the sixth pack is actually really tall. It's like slender and tall, if I remember correctly. Now, this is kind of like where the belly button is found. I remember the third set being fairly tall. And then you branch off into the final set, which just kind of stretches down to the groin. To the groin muscles. We don't draw a pinlar here. Pinlar. Boom. That pinnas. In life drawing, we have to. And obviously, in life drawing classes, we don't neglect human anatomy. So, we're all adults. Well, if we see a dick, we draw a dick. Simple. Anyways. Honestly, the abdomen will curl in a little bit, stick out because of the hip bone. Typically in this area, it's kind of, I don't know, it varies from body type to body type, how much body fat you have, how much musculature you have. It's just, it depends. It's kind of hard to find a consistent grasp of like where to put this line here. It always messes with me. I typically put it on here for like low body fat muscular builds, but that could just be a stylistic choice. Probably not realistic. I don't know. Oh man. solid. I kind of realized that this just kind of turned into me doing a random art, like mini art lesson to nobody. Empty stream. Whatever. Yeah, that's true. Anyways. Fun. Okay, if I wanna where's my brush? I think I wanna go with Spade Old. My custom speed brush. Textured brush. Anti-aliasing off. This is like my old kind of first rendition of a personal custom brush. Anyways, pencil. My pencil, anyways. Okay. I didn't forget about you, bro. Okay. Honestly, I don't know, I shouldn't go off of memory, but I want to test my memory because I want to build up my muscle memory. So I want to recall it, you know? Technically, if I'm like doing important shit, I shouldn't really recall. What the fuck? Hold on. Control. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is a fucking square canvas. I kind of forgot about that. There's obviously, let's see. Make sure that lines up, equal, and then it's gonna go on the back. Shouldn't really curve out that much, but whatever. I feel like the ear is too far back, but oh well. Kind of go out, kind of like not a hard line, but like you get the point, bro. I'm just kind of messing around with it, and like if I like it, then I'm gonna try coloring it. So you So that's where the middle of the eye will be. Obviously this will follow that up to the inside of the eye, follow that, go off for shortening. That's where the corner of the eye will be. Now, technically if you're looking at the eye from like, okay, eye from above, eye from below, no, from below, from below, front, from above. Right? So technically, and then obviously you take the one, you curve it a little, that's a little exaggerated, but you get the kind of, you get what I'm getting at. I feel like this doesn't follow the perspective too much. Oh, also too, for this, lining up the eye, I gotta account for the curvature of the face, meaning it would actually kind of bend in a little bit. This would bend in, this would bend in, and this would bend in. So it would actually sink in a little bit. I kind of forgot about that. So it'd kind of be like there, bend in a little bit to follow the curvature of like the. Hey, Glissy, what's up, bro? Did I like? Hold on. It's a little small, but a little okay. A little too small. I still gotta go a little bigger. I've been drawing a lot realistic lately. A lot realistic? Yeah, sure. Anyways, eyelid would kind of go around there. Let's see. Obviously, the eyebrow ridge would kind of go around a little bit. Kind of have that curling around there. Those would be the darker areas. Obviously, the eye would be darkness to it. Go around the eyelid. I'm going out with the same shading, or the same light source as what I did earlier. Then that's where the shadows would be, or should be. And let's see, going off the planar, what is it? It goes through here and then it kind of goes down like this a little bit. At least it did with my reference. Yeah, it went kind of in like that. Obviously, this went down a little bit. Kind of around like the middle of the face, or the middle of the head, kind of. And then that kind of went there. That was all kind of one piece. One Piece is real. Whoa. Oh, that's a terrible eye. Never mind, that doesn't fit at all. I'm gonna forget that it existed. Kind of like a bit of shading. But that would have more. Slight fucking shading. That's too much. There's a lot of planes and nose and whatnot. I just want to make this simple and quick, stylistic and whatnot. Is one like what is it? Let's see. Kind of the lip was one. And kind of indented a bit. Kind of something like that. That was part of the same tone. That I remember. This was obviously part of the same tone. I remember that was part of one. That was part of one. Kind of branched off like that. Because I think that's actually a muscle right there. Which is what leads to a lot of... kind of should go up like that naturally, but like can't remember what went on there. Kind of like the eyebrow ridge. Kind of like went like above, kind of the eyebrow. No, I don't recall that in there. Let's add a bit of tone to it. Going off of memory, just to kind of like work my muscle memory and like retain the information I learned, I guess. I really want to like retain what I learned. Obviously, the downwards plane is going to be very dark. In fact, I think there was 3 dark downwards planes on the front of the face. There's 3 dark downwards planes there. I feel like that's maybe what was there. The way it kind of curves around. Obviously that was the dark area. Kind of went around. Yeah, this I know for sure. This area around here. Really dark. Oh, it's really dark. more contrast. I feel like that's what I'm lacking. Which is also what I lack in a lot of my fucking... What is it? A lot of my real life fucking art and shit. I like contrast a lot of the time. I don't go dark. I don't go dark enough. I should go a lot darker in my art. Because then I could bring out a lot of tones and whatnot. I feel like right now I don't have enough darkness to allow me to do much more values and whatnot. Like, the darker I do stuff, it means like the darker I can add like actual value to things that need actual value. Okay, I'm using a pencil tool. It's not the best, but you get the point. Like, that's kind of from memory-ish. I really wanted to, what's the word? Go off of memory. Because I want to reinforce my muscle memory, I guess. I want to reinforce my muscle memory. If I learned something and I actually I could really benefit from it, I want to keep it. I want to retain it. I forget shit a lot. I feel like I didn't do the eyes right. Something's fucky about the eyes. I think I gave too much light areas. It's supposed to be that many. It's supposed to be less. Right there is supposed to be like dark area, and that's supposed to be dark area. So this is where the fold for the eyelid is. I think that actually kind of juts out or something. That. Gotta work more on my contrast. I could benefit so much from good contrast, and my professors have been drilling it into my brain. Gotta work more on my contrast. Darken the darks, lighten the lights. My professors have been trying to tell me. So I'm trying to do my best and take their word into account. And unlike with traditional art, I can't say my wrist or the side of my palm is rubbing the lead off the paper, because it does that, and it lightens and smudges the line art. I feel like if I go too risky and darken things too much, then it becomes too hard to differentiate different values and whatnot, especially black and white. I don't know. See, I work way better with like black and white grayscaling, like pencil tools and shit. I do not work well with like colored paint and whatnot. I don't. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:42. I'm fucking tired already. It's not even all that late. I still got shit to do. Actually, yeah, it is late. Fuck it, who am I kidding? Well, I didn't end up painting, but I did end up trying to refresh my memory on something. I do actually have the photos on my phone, so I'll go with that maybe like tomorrow early in the morning. I'll go over the photo, the reference photo, and then I'll do like an actual proper fucking pass and see how well I did compared to the actual reference. And then maybe I can just keep doing that at different angles and shit to teach myself, like drill it into my muscle memory, the forms of the face. Yeah, my head kind of hurts. I think I should actually stop the stream. My head feels like it's kind of burning and I'm tired. I don't know. That didn't happen. You're imagining things. Alright. What the fuck? That packed way more of a punch than usual. What the fuck? Usually that fucking doesn't get me. What the hell? Alright, art files? Art files. Where the fuck is it? Art files. There's random shit here, man. Did I say paint? Digital paint? It's not even a fucking painting. Just using a fucking pencil tool. Fucking hell, man. Alright. Okay. That's my son right here, Bartholomew. Say bye to Bartholomew. He is a very well behaved isopod. He is peak, bro. Be nice to him. Be nice to him. I'm tired. I'm gonna fucking end the stream now. Alright, see you guys.